Sorry for the small interruption, children. Let us continue. We were talking about the relief of the ocean, that is we have continental shelf, continental slope, yes, and the deep sea plains, isn't it? Now we will be talking about the movement of ocean water. Ocean water is of three types. The movements are of three types. We have waves, currents and tides. Okay, waves are those which are gently moving and moving onto the shore and going back, and then currents are the upper movements of air. We have all warm currents and cold currents, and then later you have tides. The rising and falling of water at regular intervals is called as tides. You have high tides and low tides, children. Is it clear? Now when we are talking about fishing, this is part 2, children. Part 1 we completed about ocean and ocean movements and all, and now we are going to discuss about the life of fishermen in a village called Bavanapadu. It is on the coast of Andhra Pradesh. Okay, and we are going to know, because the village is having more number of people who are fishermen, and you all know that the fishermen live on the coast and they are the most and worst hit due to floods. Okay, children, and now we are going to know there are some box questions also which you have to write in your classwork. They are asking about the find the districts that lie on the coastline of Andhra Pradesh. Now, as far Telangana is concerned, we are interior and we don't have any coastline. Okay, but Andhra Pradesh, which is on the coast, has 9 coastal districts, children. Coastal districts means which lie on the coast, near to the sea. So, they are 9. And these 9 are Srikakulam, Vijayanagaram, Visakhapatnam, East Godavari, West Godavari, Guntur, Prakasham, Krishna, Nellore. Okay, so these are the 9 coastal districts. I will be making you to write in your classwork. Don't worry about it. And now we are going to talk about Bavanapadu. I said it is a small village, and before entering into the life of fishermen, the first para itself deals with how oceans are useful to us. Understood? That is, how are oceans useful to us, or how does man depend on ocean, or what are the things we get from ocean. Different ways we can answer. The only thing is oceans are useful to us. What all we get from oceans are, ocean water is saline, children. We all know that due to the presence of mineral salts, it is saline, so we get salt from it. Oceans are the main source of rainfall. In the previous lessons we have learned that the evaporation is more on the water bodies, and at the same time when evaporation is more, rainfall will be more on the water bodies. Oceans are also storehouses of fish and other seafoods. Oceans provide natural highways for international trade. And then now these are the international trade means, you all know trade is something buying and selling of goods. And when we have trade with other countries, you all know very well that most of the trade is being carried on waterways. Okay, so they act as they play an important role in trade with other countries. Bulk items can be transported from one country to another by waterways. Okay, so now we are going to know about fishing, children. And I told you we are going to talk about a person called Appalakonda. It is 4 in the morning, and Appalakonda's wife Dhanamma wakes up him and gives him some rice gruel and a ganji antam kada, that one, to eat by 5 a.m., after which Appalakonda is ready to go out to the sea. His friends wait for him on the beach. All of them are poor fishermen. They don't have any own boats and nets. They work on Tatarau's mechanical boat. I told you now, Tatarau is a person who has taken loan and purchased a mechanical boat, upon which 20 members including Tatarau will go for fishing. Okay, and the boat is made ready before going into the sea. And mostly the fishermen will worship the goddess Gangamma. Before launching into the sea, that is before going into the sea, they will check the engine, the rope puller. You must have seen, no children, from autos or trolleys, they'll pull one rope so that the engine will start. That one. The additional stock of diesel, supposing if they don't have it's not like auto or car. Whenever we finish off diesel, we'll go to the petrol bunk and get it done. But they will be in the water, so they have to carry diesel with them, and also put their food packages down, because sometimes when they go out into the sea, if they don't get the catch or the fish on time. They have to be in the sea only for some more time, so they need to take food also. They pray to the goddess in whom they have strong faith. Tatarao owns his boat which he purchased from Markonda in Odisha. It cost him around 6 lakhs. He borrowed the money from private lenders at a high rate of interest. This you need to keep in your mind, children. Banks charge less interest, and private money lenders means the individuals who are as money lenders charge more rate of interest. In spite of that, Tatarao took money from them, and for 6 lakhs he purchased a mechanical boat. He couldn't get a bank loan as he had no fixed assets. This is what I was about to tell. Why Tatarao couldn't get a loan from a bank? This we all discussed a lot in the previous year. Because unless and until you have some surety to keep in the bank, these small farmers or these people will not get loan from a bank. So that is the reason why Tatarao had to take money from a private money lender, even after having a lot of interest to be paid. Even for daily fishing expenses, he has to get advances from middlemen. He has to invest a minimum of rupees 5,000 per trip for diesel, wages and other expenses. So every day whenever he is going out into the sea, how much he has to spend? He has to spend 5,000 rupees. And for what? For diesel, wages and other expenses. Because as I already told you, like Appalakonda, some more people are there who work for Tatarao. Tatarao takes them into the sea, they'll catch the fish, and that fish is handed over to Tatarao, and Tatarao will sell them. Because, and one more thing, you heard the word middleman. Tatarao have to give the fish to this middleman only, to the price what they decide. Why? Because he takes money from them, isn't it? Every day 5,000 rupees he can't spend. Tatarao has to sell the day's catch of fish to the middleman at the rate he fixes. By this time, the boat is ready for sailing and all the 20 members are on the boat. They go up to 15 to 20 kilometers in the sea. So up to 5 kilometers they can go in Karatepa. And it is up to 15 to 20 kilometers into the sea. Dhanamma, wife of Appalakonda, attends to domestic work after he leaves for work and finishes this work by 9. Then she goes out to work in the salt pans. Salt pans means where salt is prepared. What they will do is, you will have pans, children, where they store this water and that get evaporated and salt remains. Okay? Sometimes she also attends to agricultural work. As they don't possess any agricultural land or salt pans, their family depends on the daily wages they get. While laboring in the salt pans, Dhanamma eagerly waits for her husband's phone call. She remains anxious about her husband's safety and also about the catch. If there is a good catch, they will get more money for the household. ఎంత ఫిష్ పట్టుకుంటే అన్ని డబ్బులు వస్తాయి. సో షీ ప్రేస్ టు గాడ్ దట్ హర్ హస్బెండ్ షుడ్ బి సేఫ్ ఇనఫ్ బికాస్ హీ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ డీప్ ఇన్ టు ద ఓషన్ ఆర్ సీ, అండ్ దే ఆల్సో షుడ్ గెట్ గుడ్ క్యాచ్ ఆఫ్ ఫిష్. The fishermen return any time between 1 and 8 p.m. or sometimes even late in the night. On the day he visited the village, they came back at 3 p.m. with a good catch of fish, the type of fish which is called as para. And then some middlemen temporarily store the fish, segregate them and carry them in cold container tanks to faraway places like Kolkata, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Kerala and so on. These people get 4 times more money than the catcher does. Okay, so there are so many pictures, children. While reading the lesson you will understand and you will have to see. Have you ever gone to any place where fishing is being done? You'll have thermocol boxes, children, and in those thermocol boxes they will put ice and store the fish so that the fish will not be spoiled. Unlike other items, fish will be spoiled very soon. So what will happen? They will store in ice, and that is being immediately exported to other places. Either it can be sent to other states or sometimes it is exported to other countries also. Okay, so you can see that it is called as Potaya's Adda. Potaya's Adda means where they have all these segregation of fish. Segregation means when they catch fish, different types of fish will be fallen into the net. They will separate them as per their groups, and then what will happen is they will separate, they will hand over to the middleman, and he will store them in the thermocol boxes. Okay, so what makes the middleman in the fish business to earn much more money than the fisherman? Because he is investing money. Every day he is giving money to people like Tatarao. Understood? And for what purpose are the thermocol boxes shown in the photo lined up in the middleman's adda? I told you they are being lined up because they will be storing fish in them and they will be sending them to other places. Okay, and then so far we discussed about the big fish and how the fishing is done as a business. And now we are going to know about Karatepa. It is a more normal boat, children, which can go up to 5 kilometers into the sea. Okay, and they'll get only small catch of fish. And this fish can be taken by the wives of the fishermen known as Berrakatelu. They sell this fish in nearby towns like Naupada, Tekkali, Pundi and Palasa. Compared to Karatepa, Marapadava, remember children, Karatepa and Marapadava. Karatepa is the ground one and Marapadava is the mechanical boat. So we have differences between Karatepa and Marapadava because mechanical boats have more risk because they are going more deeper into the sea than the Karatepa. If supposing something happens, these people can swim back, but after going up to 15 to 20 kilometers into the sea, it is sometimes highly impossible for the people to swim to the shore. So they may lose their lives. Compared to the Karatepa, there is far more risk of life in Marapadava, that is a mechanized boat, because it goes far into the sea and it is difficult to swim over to the shore in times of trouble. Apart from that, there is no first aid available in the big boats nor any life jacket. Fishing is risky and brave occupation. And regarding the nets, I already told you all children, the fishermen have a special toolkit because 1 mark and 2 marks questions will be there, children, so you should know what is a toolkit. Now when your parents are having these vehicles, they'll have toolkit. Yes, minimum repair can be done, wrench and some screwdriver or something will be there which is useful to repair the vehicle. So in the same way they will have the toolkit, and the fishermen have a special toolkit for repairing the nets, which consists of Nulukaralu, net repairing fork and Nulukanda thread and a flattened stick that determines the net ring size. I told you nets will have small holes, and based on that they are called as Kannulu rings, and based on that you have Doduvala and Sannavala. Nets are of different types based on different sizes of the Kannulu or rings and the layers of the net. Nowadays, a net known as net ring, which helps in getting a better catch, is being increasingly used by the fishermen. Okay, so nowadays cotton nets have been almost completely replaced by plastic, nylon and other synthetic material. A net lasts for 4 to 5 years. Nets are purchased by weight and the type of rings they contain. Net costs around rupees 250 to 300 per kg, and ring nets weigh around 500 kgs. The fishermen of this area usually buy nets from Barhampur, which is in Odisha. Pictures are given, children, regarding all these. So when I keep the PDF, you can see in the different are there. While reading the lesson, I want you to observe this also. And now later we have agriculture and animal husbandry. Besides fishing, what other works are the people of Bhavanapadu doing? They have agriculture, not much land is there, but whatever land is there, they produce some crops. And animal husbandry means cattle rearing, children. It can be poultry or it can be buffaloes, oxen for ploughing or carrying, pulling the bullock carts. Okay, so fishing is not only the occupation of people in Bhavanapadu village, but they also cultivate the land to grow crops. They also rear animals and birds like ducks and hen. The village soil is mainly loamy and rice is the principal crop grown on it. Only a few acres of land are irrigated. Bhavanapadu lies at the tail end of Vamshadhara Canal. Water comes to Bhavanapadu only after the fulfillment of the need of the nearby villages, Maripadu. Hence, most of the village and agriculture in Bhavanapadu depends on the rain. That's why they have only one crop. And all the farmers in Bhavanapadu are small farmers, and they don't grow any commercial crops. Commercial crops means, remember children, you have to note them all these. Commercial crops means which are grown for the purpose of earning money. They are also called as cash crops. Okay, there are 2 poultries in this village. Okay, and then you have rice production is not sufficient, so they have ration shop, and through that ration shops they will get rice. Salinity and drinking water means we all know that the village water is saline because it is on the coast. Okay, and if they dig up to 8 to 10 feet deep, then they can get potable water. Potable means తాగే నీరు. Okay, and women have to work hard to get water from nearby villages. Is it clear? Then they have given a lot of pictures, children, and the government has sanctioned a protective water project that pumps water from the nearest village known as Suryamanipuram. But still there are problems for them in getting drinking water. Okay, and then a large number of people of Bhavanapadu worship Gangamma, Gauri and Shiva. They perform puja of their boats and nets, and the most important festival is Gauri Purnima. They spend common good fund of the village on these festivals. Okay, and then how do they entertain themselves? There is an open stage where the dramas, burrakathas, harikathas and record dances are performed. All these activities are led by the caste headmen called pillas, and they determine customs and traditions of the people. They even resolve disputes and impose fines. The money collected goes to the common good fund. Common good fund means ఊర్లో పెద్ద మనుషులు ఉంటారు కదా, they will have that fund of money which will be used for either celebrating these festivals and fairs. Okay children, with this we complete the lesson of this ocean and fishing, and I will be giving the pics of third lesson. Write down the question answers of third lesson. Children, don't think that today I kept the question answers means you have to complete today itself. First read the lesson, listen once again, read the lesson, then you will understand better. Is it clear? Later you can start your third lesson question answers. Okay children, thank you.